Good morning, everybody. We are headed to school. Say good morning.
Good morning.
So it's 7:40. School starts at 8, so we're walking. Doors open at 7:45, and I'm on PM reserve, and I self-assigned myself a trip at probably like 2:45 a.m. So we'll walk Hannah to school. We'll talk about that. I'm not happy with myself, but it is what it is. It's September 2nd, and yep, today is day one of a PM block. I've got a trip. We'll see if it sticks, and we'll talk about all that after we go to school. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, everybody. All right, so Hannah's at school. My stepdaughter Gabrielle's on her way to school, so I thought I'd sit down and just say good morning. Again, day one of a 3-day PM reserve block. And you guys may or may not be wondering, this is my third month sitting PM reserve. This month is completely my fault. So I think there was a couple of videos ago, I'll link it. I completely forgot to bid for September. We were at Disneyland, and I wasn't thinking about it, and I was like, okay, well, so we have primary bidding, and then we bid for reserve. And so I was like, okay, well, I didn't bid, so I'll probably just have to bid for reserve. It'll be fine. No, whatever. I got a really ugly line, which is the schedule. We call it a line. 6 trips in the A position, rotating. So that basically meant it was 3 days on, 2 or 3 days off, it varied, and 6 trips. Typically I work 4 in a non-COVID related type of summer. Coming back from COVID, I would have worked 6 to 9 days. So it's been a very busy summer, having working my whole schedule. Last weekend I actually paid someone to pick up my final block of reserve, and I just stayed home, did a weekend with the family. It was really nice. So that is the reason I've had 3 in a row. It's not unusual to have reserve back to back in the summer. Again, I'm middle of seniority, and the senior people often have vacation, and so that kind of shifts the reserve line rotation. So I will have a line in October because I have a week of vacation. So yeah, that'll be good. Got to figure that out. So right now, the trip that I self-assigned has 5 legs today, 5 flights. I cannot tell you the last time I did a 5-leg day. Years ago. But the reason I selected this trip, I was very mad at myself. So at the beginning of the month or any time in the month, you can go set your preferences for pass or fly, and that just changes your order and when they'll call you. And I forgot to go change that. I'm the most senior person on PM reserve this round. So I would have been at the bottom of the list, still probably used, but if I didn't like anything they had, I probably could have waited, blah, blah, blah. So I forgot. And then I couldn't self-assign at 10 p.m. because there weren't enough trips. So I woke up at 2:45 in the morning and self-assigned into this trip. So it's 5 legs today, 5 flights, but the first 2 flights we don't serve on. So we're just going to Steamboat Springs, which is only like a 40-minute flight, and that's gate to gate and back. And then we have 3 to Spokane. So Spokane tonight, not a super long overnight, and then 3 flights. I think it's 3 or 4 tomorrow, but I'm 95% sure we don't serve on the last flight because it's a super short one as well. So, and then the next day it's 2 home. And the reason I picked this trip is because it gets home at 9:45 p.m. on Saturday. Well, it lands at 9:15. So I should be to the parking lot by about 9:45. So earlier than getting home at like 1. So that was the main reason I picked it. I was hoping for a later report. My husband has a lunch appointment that he really wanted me to go on, but I couldn't find anything late with a late enough check-in that I could do lunch with him. Come here. Did I show you? Woo! Come here. We got kittens. Hello, this is Eddie. And then he has a sister named Evie, and they're snowshoes. See, they look like Grumpy Cat. All right, you may go. So yeah, that's the story. Morning glory. I really want to go lay down, but I need to get my food bag ready. I need to run to Kroger's King Soopers and grab my, sushi staple that I always bring for day one. So I need to adult, and I just want to sit out here and watch Instagram reels. So I will see you guys when I'm dressed and ready to go to the airport. Bye. Well, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but I straightened my hair. Now I have to, the cats are running around like crazy. I have to load up my car, run to King Soopers, and hopefully get be able to run to Jimmy John's, because I'm not prepared. Hashtag not prepared. All right, so let's go to the car. I locked myself out of my car while my car locked me out. Not a fan of this Volkswagen. So now my husband's on his way to save me. We'll see if I make it to the airport on time. Yeah, not a fan, not a fan. My husband to the rescue. So I have a love-hate relationship with my current vehicle. It locks me out. My other car, you could not lock the doors if the keys were in it. Because when I'm flying specifically, so I went into Jimmy John's. I locked the car when I went into Jimmy John's. I don't know why. Who's gonna steal my car? It's not that fancy. And so I came out with my sandwich. I opened the trunk, put all my stuff back in my backpack, which includes my keys. Whoa.
Not crossing the lines.
No, I know. He's not driving badly. The road is bumpy.
The road is that goes.
So I put my keys back in my backpack, packed up all my stuff, closed the trunk, went to open the driver's side door. Bounce. It was locked and then I went back to the trunk and now it's locked. So either there's some sort of trick to my 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan. Shout out. Tell me if I'm just being a moron or I'm gonna have to trade this car in. So my poor husband was in the middle of a very important meeting, had to rush out to rush me to the airport. I will be on time, and then he has to drive all the way to the other side of the world.
No, this is actually funny. Okay, so this is literally the phone call that's like, hey, I'm locked out and I've got to be at work at a specific time, and it's like, gotta go, and then grab iPad and then run down the hall.
So I probably should have driven myself. The big issue that, I don't know, we were all kind of confuzzled because he had my key card and my hang tag for the employee parking lot. And so I'll tell you the rest of the story later. He has to take a phone call, so more to come. All right, I made it, and I'm gonna go get coffee. Ooh, let's look through the window, see what's going on. Oh, see, you can see where the new ticket counters are gonna go. All right, on the plane. Safety check's done. I'm C, so I make sure that everyone who sits in the emergency exit row is able to open the door. We're gonna start boarding. The plane was late coming in from Albuquerque, so that is what it is. And we're gonna get moving, going to Steamboat Springs. It's a 22-minute flight, so we don't serve on this flight. And then we come back to Denver and move on with our day. So I've never been to Steamboat by plane, so it's beautiful according to the pilot. So we will see. All right, the people are coming in a few minutes. Oh my gosh, made it to the hotel in Spokane. Tired. Let's turn some lights on. So 5 flights 11-hour, 53-minute duty day. Brutal. I mean, I've had worse, but I'm definitely ready to get changed and eat and go to bed. Tomorrow, so out of the 5, we only worked 3. And then tomorrow, 4 flights, and we work 3 of them. Again, because we're not working flights under 250 miles. It's just too, I don't know, it's short. Yeah, so that last flight from Oakland to Spokane was a little bit rough. It was just like everyone in the kitchen sink. Everyone had so much stuff. Like, I am shook that we got it all on the plane, because we only had 1 empty seat and just a lot of stuff. And we just could not make up the delay today. So the plane got to us late in Denver, and we just couldn't make it up today. So yeah, tomorrow the overnight is better in Long Beach, so maybe I'll go sit by the pool. I did a vlog there. They have a really nice pool, so maybe I'll go sit by the pool tomorrow. But I'm probably just gonna watch some, I'm almost done with Lost, and eat and go to bed. I'm tired, but the day is over. So, all right, guys, I will see you in the morning. So I'm just outside enjoying the weather, and there was 2 vans, different airlines, and it's like I have panic attacks about being late to shuttle pickup. My husband's like, you need to calm down. I'm like, you don't understand. I mean, and it made me check my report again. Yeah, I don't have to be down here till noon. It is 10:30. I have plenty of time. But this pilot came off this one van, and he I must have called, I don't know what they're missing, a pilot or a flight attendant, and he came back on the van and was like, yeah, they're still in their pajamas. So I don't think I've ever missed lobby. I've been like a few minutes late because I thought I had to be downstairs at, say, 40 on the hour, and it was 30, but I was still ready. And so that, not gonna lie, gave me a little anxiety, these 2 vans waiting to go to the airport with crews on them that were kind of waiting for last minute people. So, oh well. All right, so I'm back from hanging out with my friend Kelly. We went to Wake Up Call, such a great coffee place here in Spokane, and I got Qdoba, because again, it's like the story of my life. I packed very poorly for this trip. I just want to show you my view, which makes more sense right now. It's funny because you can see the walking trail through, I think, the convention center. And I've never been on the walking trail because I always just hang out with my friends. So hold on, I'm gonna flip you around. So yeah, look, it's the walking trail. You can see people on a scooter, and that's my window. So Spokane is so beautiful. And I rarely get out and do those things. Because honestly, this is one of my favorite overnights just because 2 of my best friends live here. So one day I will take you out there. One day. So, all right, I'm gonna change, and we have to be downstairs. Well, I have to be downstairs in 20 minutes, and we're gonna do this thing. So yeah, day 2. I keep saying that. 2 down. 2 to go. We're in San Diego, going to Vegas, and Vegas to Long Beach. tired. All right, here we go. 2 more. All right, so I'm at the hotel in Long Beach. I'm gonna change, go down for tacos because they have really yummy tacos here. And then I'll come back and tell you it was a good day. Well, we were on time the whole day. Yay! Little unaccompanied minor drama at the end. I'll come tell you that story. So, but first, tacos with the crew. Good morning, it's go home day. So, went downstairs last night, had tacos and a margarita. That margarita hit me a little harder than I expected, so I was like, I'm not gonna vlog. I'll vlog tomorrow. So obviously I washed my hair, it's not straight anymore. But here we are. Spin you around. Not a spectacular view. I'm gonna make coffee and then I will tell you the unaccompanied minor story and tell you how bidding's going. Yeah, so, all right, coffee. Got my coffee, sitting in bed. Got my bid in front of me. It looks like, so far I've bid 158 lines. I'm not sure. I guess I'll just keep bidding. I don't know how many lines I need to bid. Just because I'm 868 or something like that, I don't have to bid 800 lines. Some of those people will have reserve. I don't know. I've not bid for a weekday line schedule like ever. So we'll see. Just keep bidding. Just keep bidding. That's what I say. All right. So unaccompanied minor story. So when you're an unaccompanied minor on our airline, your parent brings you to the gate or the guardian or whoever's dropping you off. You have paperwork. They sign, the ops agent gets them from the parent. They bring them down to the flight attendant. We sign off that we're taking them over. We always ask them like, who's picking you up at your destination and all that jazz. Well, it was a little bit different because this unaccompanied minor got on the flight and then for some reason, or it turned out her aunt and her grandmother were on the flight too. So it was a little bit weird. So she sat with them, but she still legally has our unaccompanied minor paperwork. So the lead flight attendant always takes the unaccompanied minor off the aircraft to the gate to meet the parent that is on the paperwork for the destination. Now, as the unaccompanied minor was getting off with her aunt's like, well, I have my ID, blah, 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 but she's not on the paperwork. Now, for our company, you can have two. So, for example, let's say my stepdaughters flew unaccompanied minor, and you would have, like, my husband would be the primary, and then I would be the secondary, just in case something happened and he couldn't make it to the airport, because things like that happen. But neither the aunt that was on the plane with her or that grandma was on her paperwork. So we legally cannot release her to these women. We don't know what's going on. I mean, it should have been fixed on the other side. Whoever dropped this girl off or took her to the gate in Vegas should have fixed it so that the women that she was flying with could sign her out. So the A gets off, the whole plane deplanes, and she still isn't back. And so we just grab all her stuff and go down, because it's not uncommon sometimes for when an unaccompanied minor's parent or guardian isn't there at the gate yet. So there's a spot for us to sign off to hand the unaccompanied minor over to a ground employee. I was like, girl, you just need to sign that paperwork or have them sign it, and we need to go, because we can't solve this problem. They've got to call whoever, the mom or whoever put the child on the plane, and get permission to release to the aunt. The aunt was getting mad. And I always think it's funny this is my job. When people get mad at you for doing what's safe for this child, we don't know the situation. There could be a custody situation, or it could be simply a paperwork issue. But those things get audited by the Department of Transportation. They can be audited. So that's our, butt on the line. So she signed off. Sorry. And not sure what happened with that, but yeah. So I got my bid going. It's go home day. It's our easiest day. Yesterday was long, but it was only 8:55, and the day before was 11:53. But today we go we're in Long Beach to San Jose. We change planes in San Jose. We have a little ground time. Our flight out of Long Beach is running a little bit late. Last I checked, it was like 7 minutes. So nothing crazy. And then we change planes and we go to Denver with 24 people on a plane that seats 175. So there you go. I'll be able to finish up bidding tonight. That's due tomorrow at noon. I woke up this morning with a frog. Sorry, just waking up. I might go sit by the pool, finish my bid, or watch some Netflix, just be outside. The hotel here, I guess, has a shuttle that will take you on a 3-mile radius when it's not COVID. So we're kind of stuck in the hotel, but I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and wake up a little bit, and then I think maybe I'll go to the pool. Maybe I'll go hang out. I don't feel like getting in. It's only like 75, but maybe I'll go get some vitamin D. Keep you posted. All right, all packed up, dressed up, well, dressed. So I'm about to head downstairs. I ordered a French dip. I need to stop ordering those unless they're from Arby's because they always disappoint me. They're always tough. I just need to stop. All right, so I'm all packed up. 2 flights today. We're running about 15 minutes late as of right now here. And then we're running a little bit late out of San Jose. So I'm just praying they all stay at about a 15-minute and they don't get longer. This mama needs to go home. So I brewed myself another cup of coffee so I don't have to get coffee at the airport. And I did sit out by the pool for a little bit. So that was good. Yeah, let's go to the airport. Let's go home. I'm going home. Home. So back in Denver, easy flight, 23 people. I downloaded WandaVision to rewatch it, so that was nice. The guy in the front row kept farting. And like making all these noises like, and all that kind of stuff. So the aide just came back, and her and I, we had a good trip. We were pretty salty. People, come on. So my husband's on his way to pick me up, and we only landed about 10 minutes late, so that's nice. And so, yeah. I don't know if I ever finished the story about him driving me to the airport because I locked my keys in my car. When I'm editing, I'll see if I finished it. If not, I might interject. But, all right. Waiting for him. It's super nice out. I will see you guys next weekend. See you in the sky.